Ladies, ladies, on this call is Global Ambassador Joe Garcia. Global Ambassador Joe Garcia is the first NHT Global member. This means that he's been with NHT Global for as long as the company has been. He's been with the company for over 17 years. He started with his partner, Dan Katu. Okay, so it's actually an honor for us to have him in the house with us today. And he wants to tell us more about the Supreme Bonus and the International Recognition Program, IRP. Okay, because shortly we're going to be ranking and we all need to understand the things that are required and what we need to keep doing to keep ranking. So that's actually the essence of this webinar. Thank you, ladies, for coming on. Madam Aisha, Madam Owa, Madam Julie. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, they can hear you. I've got them unmuted. I've got them muted right now.
Okay.
So,
hello, ladies. Okay.
So, Gloria, thanks very much for your introduction, and it just shows all of you how much we care at NHT Global. I care from the beginning. You know, from the beginning when I got started, my agenda in life, my purpose in life, was to create a legacy company and help as many people to financial independence that I can through this unique, incredible business model, NHT Global. So one of the reasons why I've developed a website like steamteam.ca, where you can see all the incredible trainings from leadership trainings to getting started trainings to mindset trainings to prospecting trainings. Everything you can think of is up on that site. Just gives you an example of what people call our legendary support in NHT. You know, there's a reason why we're successful. Successful leaves clues. There's a reason why I'm very successful. You know, I could have retired maybe 7, 8, 9 years ago, but our dream, and my dream, was to take this business model all over the world, to every corner of the world, including Africa. And I was sharing with Gloria when I first was introduced to Gloria. I was sharing with her that I really believe Africa in the next 10 years is going to explode. And the women of Africa are going to be leading that, because I've traveled all over the world, to every corner of this world, including Africa. And the emerging markets like Africa. Africa reminds me of China when I started going in there in 2001. And now China markets, Chinese-speaking markets are number one markets globally. China will surpass in direct sales the U.S. as the number one country in the world. You know, and Africa reminds me of that, of where China was in 2001 and 2002. And then, as you all know, we've launched initially now in Latin America with Mexico and Peru, which is another major market like Africa. So you guys are at the start, at the ambience of Africa, and I can see all of you, and for sure Gloria, being up on stages all over Africa and all over the world, sharing how they sharing how they became pioneers even before the company launched in those markets in Nigeria, and they saw the vision and they were willing to do whatever it took for their dreams to come true for their families. And that's what our business is all about. So keeping that all in mind, ladies and gentlemen, what I'm going to be going through, what Gloria wanted me just to cover, is our recognition program and our Supreme Bonus program. Unlike majority of the companies in this industry, our compensation plan is not tied to the IRP or the International Recognition Program. There's a couple unique differences in our IRP compared to all the other companies out there. Number one, in our structure, it's on organizational volume. So even if you had nothing to do with building a leg or building a team that was placed under you, for example, that volume still counts towards your IRP. In all other companies, they don't. So if you were fortunate to have someone, a leader built in your team that you had nothing to do with in these other companies, that would not, you would not go move up in rank because it's all done on your own personal group. Here in NHT, it includes all the volume that you would see in your back office. So that's really important to understand. Number two, NHT does not punish you regarding income if you don't requalify at a rank. So that's really important to understand. So most compensation plans and all the companies out there, if one does not requalify at a rank, they take money away from you. In NHT, that does not happen. So that's really important for you all to understand that. So what you see up on screen right now is something new that we've just got started as a promotion. And as you know, in the NHT compensation plan right now in Europe, which we're actually testing now, which you're all very fortunate. So typically to cycle in the compensation plan, which is the third way that we make money, around the globe, you need to do 2,500 on one side and 1,250 on the other side, a cumulative volume. Because you guys are all anchored to the European market and signed up all under the Netherlands country code, you're under European rules. And right now we have a promotion in Europe, which we're going to keep, from what I understand, where the cycle now is 625 on one side and 1,250 on the other. So it's half to what it is globally. So what the company's decided to do is create what we call a Rising Star cash bonus. And basically all you need to do, as you see on the screen here, you need to do 1,250 on one side and 2,500 on the other, 2 out of 3 months and a quarter. So let me explain how that works. So if you look at the rules here in the recognition program, and I'm going to go and read. Okay, I've got the wrong flyer up. So basically in the Rising Star bonus, the company is going to give you an additional $250 US for someone new who got started in the comp plan. Okay, so if you were to get started today, so in the NHT recognition program, it's all based on monthly, 4 weeks out of a month. So it's not any 4 weeks. So the rule of thumb is if a month ends, the last Sunday of every month is when the recognition plan ends. The last Sunday of every month. So for example, in May, we're now in the May month. And the last Sunday of this month is May 27th. Okay? So it's on Central Standard Time, which is a U.S. Central Standard Time. So basically that is 6 hours difference from what you are in Nigeria. So your recognition would end May 27th at 6 a.m. Monday morning. So always keep that in mind. So if you look at June, the last Sunday of June is going to be, I'm just going through my calendar here. So June 30th is a Saturday. So we don't have 31 days. We only have 30 days in June. So the actual last day in June will be Sunday, June the 24th. Monday morning, your time, the 25th at 6 a.m. So always keep in mind, it's always the last Sunday of every month. So in the Rising Star cash bonus, so if you go out today in the month of May and qualify for that, and you do it again in June, and you qualify for that you are going to get paid an additional $250 on top of the compensation plan. So this is a promotion that I actually asked the company to introduce. It's kind of the first barrier in the recognition plan that you're saying, oh my God, I just got some cash here. This is easy to do. I better get to that first level of the recognition plan. So this is kind of a getting started kind of bonus for those people that are actually active in the business and growing. So let me just go to the recognition plan, and then I'll go into the supreme bonus. So basically in the recognition plan, we have 9 levels. So 9 levels. Okay, the first level is the associate level. That's where you need to do 2,500 BV on one side and 5,000 on the other side in 2 consecutive months. So we used to have it 2 out of the 3 and a quarter. The company decided just recently to do it on a consecutive month. So it makes it a little bit easier. So it's not tied to a quarter. So any 2 consecutive months, you do 2,500 and 5,000. The company now will qualify you at the associate level. The leader level is when you do 4,000, which is the second level, and 8,000 on the other side. And again, this is organizational volume. This is just not your personal group volume. This is your organizational volume. So that's something that initially in our recognition plan, we had it at PGV when it was about to launch. Now it's organizational volume. So which is, like I said at the beginning of this training, totally unique in the industry. The third level is group level, group leader. So you're doing 7,500 on one side and 15,000 on the other, and you're doing that again in 2 consecutive months. So if you were to start this month in May, the recognition plan started in the, let's see what that date was. So the recognition plan this month, started April 29th, and it ends May 26th. So from April 29th to May 26th is the qualification date of this recognition plan. So the 4th rank is senior leader. Again, you do 10,000 and 20,000 on the other side. Then you have director, 20 and 40. Then you're moving up. You're moving up to the next level. And I'm just bringing that up for you guys, which is gold director. And that's where you do 40,000 and 80,000 on the other side. But once someone achieves the gold director position, you're actually, if you look at the compensation plan, just on the cycling, you're going to be earning about $8,000 a month at that level. Minimum $8,000 a month. Usually, the average gold director now is making about $9,000 to $10,000 a month. So you're at this.
Wow.
Yes, this is the 6-figure income. 40,000 on one side, 80,000 the other. Then it gets even better. Now you're at the emerald level, which you do 75 and 150,000. That level, you're looking at minimum $16,000 a month at Emerald Director when someone achieves that. And then with the top 2 positions in the company is Platinum Director, where you do 150,000 one side, 300,000 the other. And the Ambassador level, which is the highest rank in the company, is where you do 300,000 one side and 600. It's actually 600. That's a little mistake here. 600,000 on the other side. So once you achieve ambassador, the 8th and 9th rank, the company now, you're able to qualify for a top incentive trip. Either this past year it was in Australia. Prior to that was in Sweden. And the last 4 years before that was on the Hawaiian Islands. So you're treated to 5-star resorts, 5-star excursions. You're really treated like kings and queens. And get this, ladies and gentlemen, majority of our global ambassadors are women. Women like Gloria, women like Julie, from
Wow.
all kinds of backgrounds, from housewives to farmers to accountants, a couple of doctors. So from all kinds of backgrounds. And the average ambassador is earning $70,000 a month. So we have women on the team in these emerging markets, and many of them couldn't even get started. Didn't have the money to get started at gold, and they got someone a family member to help them get started at gold or platinum, and now they're global ambassadors. Traveling the world, and enjoying life because they followed our system. So what the company has done, so as you go up in the plan, in that recognition plan, and you can go to the NHT Global website, click on Netherlands, and then click on highlights, and you can download the recognition plan and the Supreme bonus program for yourself. So what the company's done recently in the last 3 years, we've included, not only we got prizes in the recognition plan, they've created a Supreme bonus program that has added another $25,000 in cash in the recognition Supreme bonus, plus cars, luxury cars, house program. So over several hundred thousand dollars in more money that you can earn and prizes in the NHT plan. There is no company that has anything similar to what we have in NHT Global when it comes to added benefits on top of the recognition plan. So I'm going to go into it right now. Let me bring that up. Okay, so basically, everyone on this line everyone in Nigeria is below the rank 3. So the company has created a point system. I know it's a little bit confusing. You may have to read it a few times, go over this training a few times. And I'm not going to go into all the details, but just give you an understanding of how all this works. And you can just, again, download this PowerPoint, which you can get under highlights on the NHT Global website. Okay, so what the company's done is it created a point system. And the point system, which I'm going to get into here in the next few slides, allows you to reach these prizes that the company's made available for everyone. So, for example, you accumulate 10 points. The company will give you an additional $300 in cash, included with that with business cards. 20 points, a notebook with an NHT notebook and pen, plus an additional $300 in cash. 30 points, you get a reimbursement of $300 to help support your teams with meetings, etc., and an additional $400 in cash. Whoops. So as you read here, as you get up to 80 points, you get $700 to support your team, $3,000 in cash. And then 100 above, you get your own car subsidy and $9,000 in cash. And the car subsidy is at $25,000 US. So as you move up in these points, you can collect all this cash. So we've had, for example, in Europe, people last year get cash equivalents of $17,000 plus a car, for Christmas. And that was a great Christmas bonus that they got. So how this all works, and let's put this all together. And these are for people that are ranked 4 to 6 and the prizes that they would get. And then 7, 8, 9, the global ambassador position, in terms of the points that they need to do to qualify again for for that trip. Okay, so there's 3 ways to accumulate points. The first way is when you achieve a rank, you will get 1 point for that rank. So if you achieve rank 1, you're going to get 1 point for that month. So for example, if you achieve rank 1 this month, you get 1 point. You achieve it again in June, you're going to get another point. As you move up in ranks, if you achieve rank 2, you're going to get 2 points. Rank 3, 3 points, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. That's the first way that you're going to calculate points in the Supreme Bonus. The second way is what we call a quarterly advancement points. So when you maintain it for 2 weeks, 2 months in that quarter, your qualification, the company is going to add another 2 points to it. So let's say you, for example, you are at the second rank, and you qualified for that for the next 2 months. Okay, so you've earned 2 points each month, and then the following quarter, following 2 out of 3 months, the following, you qualify at the second rank, you're going to get an additional 2 points for that, just for staying at that level. If you move up in rank, you're going to get 4 points, plus the 3 on calculation 1. So I hope that's very clear. So the first way you earn on the Supreme Bonus is by qualifying for your next rank. The second way is to maintain the rank. You're gonna get points, or if you move up in rank, you get some additional points just for being at least at your same rank. Okay, and then calculate method 3, and these are actually maintenance points. So the company will also help you double your points, and this is going to be calculated at the end of the year every time you maintain your lowest rank each month. Okay, each quarter. So for example, in this first quarter this year, you got to rank 2. Okay, and you maintain that throughout the whole year, the company is going to double the points for you. If you've gone up some ranks, it's going to double from those points. So for example, if you're got to level 2 and you maintain it for the whole year, it's going to double those points 4 in calculation method 3. But if you for each quarter, so if you maintain those for each quarter rank 2, you'll get 4 for rank quarter 1, 4 for quarter 2, 4 for quarter 3, and 4 for quarter 4, and so forth. So 3, again, I'm going to go back again and then open it up for questions. First way you're going to make money, move up in the Supreme Bonus is by achieving the rank. The second way is when you move up in ranks, the company is going to double your points. And then the third calculation method is when you maintain your rank, the company is going to, at the end of the year, double your points once again to maintain that rank if you stay there. So again, at the bottom here, month point, each points for each month based on the rank. So if you're at rank 1, you stay at rank 1, you're going to get 1. Rank 2, stay rank 2, 2. Second rank, earn extra points quarterly for rank advancement. When you rank, you're going to get double those points, okay? So for example, you're at 2 and you go to rank 3, you're going to get 4 points for that. And then the annual double monthly point for maintaining lowest rank. So if you just maintain your lowest rank for the whole year, every quarter, they'll double it every quarter, every month of that quarter. Double monthly point for lowest rank. So this is how you increase your Supreme Bonus. Again, I hope I haven't confused. I'm going to open it up for questions. At times, when you first look at it, it may look a little confusing. but I hope you all got that. Gloria, did you have any questions yourself on it?
No, sir, I'm following you very well. I understand.
You understand the first way, calculation method, second and third, correct?
Yes, I do.
Yes. So this is all tied, as you know, to rank advancement. And one of the uniqueness parts of NHT Global, as I shared with you in the introduction, is that NHT does not tie the recognition plan to the compensation plan. So always keep that in mind. It's very unusual. This is over and above all the monies that are paid in the compensation plan. So this is like an extra bonus in calculating what you do in maintaining your rank. So as you all know, many of you have network marketing experience. One of the greatest ways to build an organization is by focusing on recognition, focusing on the recognition plan, because people love recognition. They're dying for recognition. People do more for recognition than they do for money. So the key to going global ambassador, and I want you all to write this down. You know, a lot of you that get started and people get started in the business and say, wow, that's tough to do, to get to the top rank. You know, 300,000 on one side, 600 the other. That looks unreachable. You know, right now we have over, I believe now 70 people that have reached global ambassador. Over 60 of them are women. Think about that. Over 60 of them are women, all from different backgrounds, from humble backgrounds. So the key to to the recognition plan is getting people to the first rank in the recognition plan, which is associate, where you do 2,500 on one side and 5,000 the other in 2 consecutive months. When you help people, so when you get someone started in NHT, the first question you should ask them is, when do you want to get to associate? When do you want to get to associate? And you focus and duplicate that throughout your organization. And when everyone's moving to that first rank, what happens to their belief? So I have this training called the 7 levels of mastery. The first level is what I call the animalistic level. This is where the majority of the world is, where people don't have any goals or dreams. They're not written down. They live their life by default. Majority of their habits are taught by someone else. You know, most habits that are created has been programmed into them, and they live their life on default. They're struggling to make ends meet. Their whole focus is on money, you know, and the lack of money. That's the animalistic level. So the masses that get involved in the business, because they make up the majority of the population of the world, no matter where you live, are typically around that level. So the first goal is to help them get to second level of mindset, of leadership, I call. And that's when hope starts to come in. And that's tied to the recognition plan. So if you help someone get to associate level, they're now at that second level, which is that hope stage. And they think, oh my God, I can do this. And I just qualified for the first level, and I got all this recognition, and people are praising me, and I can see this business is working. So how do you get people to that first level? Number one, they have to make a goal, that second level. How do you get people to the first recognition level, or the second level in what I call the leadership level, which is the hope level? How do you get them there? Is number one, you got to get them feeding their mind with greatness. So every day, get them on a personal development program. So everyone that gets started in NHT, I always recommend that they read The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace Wattles. You can get it up on steamteam.ca under business building and personal development. You can download the free ebook that I have there. It's a classic. You can also Google on YouTube Science of Getting Rich by Bob Proctor. which is probably the best personal development program that I've listened to, and I've listened to it for the last 5 years every single day. I bought it for $3,000 when it first came out, and it follows every chapter of the Science of Getting Rich with Wallace Wattles. So you can get that on YouTube for free now. So when you feed people's minds, they're now going to start to see you're now going to start to see their attitude change. You're going to now start to encourage them. They're going to see, wow, I can have a better life. Because if you're not feeding their mind or help feeding your team's mind, someone else will. That gap in between the ears is going to be filled by someone. So it's real important when you start in the business, you start with your own personal development program. You're reading and listening every single day, an hour a day. Feed your mind with greatness. You know, one of the greatest teachers that ever lived, Jesus Christ, what did he say in the parable of the farmer? He was really talking about the mind. And I'm paraphrasing here. When the farmer goes and plants seeds and he's not taking care of those seeds, and he's not watering and pulling the weeds will win. The weeds will win. But if you plant the seeds and you're taking care of it every day, not every other day, not once a week, you take care of it every day, the seeds will have a huge harvest. And this is what happens when you work on your mind every single day. The challenge in today's world is we're now in the technology age. Access to information is there, good and bad. And now it's a choice for someone to feed that mind to greatness. You know, there was a story here locally in Toronto here in Canada where this little girl, 9 years old, disappeared. And all she did was do the walk that she had for years before that, where she would walk from her home to the local corner store to get some candy and come back. Well, she disappeared. So the police figured that she disappeared, obviously, between her mother's house and the store. So they started going door to door from those houses. And the woman police officer knocked on one door, gentleman answered the door, and she felt something was wrong. It was just an intuition. So they came back with a warrant to look at the house. And they walked in and they found the girl stuffed in a freezer, dead. And, you know, why am I sharing the story with you? Well, they started looking into his computer and his background. They immediately arrested him. And what happened is he had no criminal record. He was 38 years old. You know, he was a very accomplished man, worked in an office. People loved him. Nothing bad to say about him. What happened about 6-7 years prior to that incident, he started watching kiddie porn, and it became an obsession. And after about 6 years of feeding his mind with that toxicity, he acted on it. And there was only time that he acted on it. When he saw that little girl walking by, changed the life of his life and changed the little girl's life and their family's life. Just because of the toxicity that became in his brain by watching that stuff every single day. So we all know it. We have all examples like that. So it's real important to grow the consciousness of our team members and really help them believe. Because let's face it, ladies and gentlemen, the challenge that most people have when they get started in the business, the challenge is their self-esteem. Can I really do this? Am I really worth it? Can I really get to Global Ambassador and change my life and have my dreams come true? We struggle because of the stinking thinking, because of the programming since our birth of what we should do, what we can do, etc., etc. And when you start to feed the mind of people and get into science and getting rich and becomes a passion, great things end up happening in your life. How can I say that? It's because it happened to me. I started at the age of 23. Every single day, I didn't miss a day. And my mind started growing and developing, and my attitude changed. My focus changed in life, and the results came. And the dreams that I wrote down at the age of 23, I was able to accomplish that and so much more because I worked on myself every single day. There is a book called The Tipping Point, written by Malcolm Gladwell, a Canadian author. And you've probably heard me say this: repetition is the mother of skill. And he had shared in this book where he studied very successful people like Bill Gates, founder of Microsoft, Steve Jobs, founder of Apple, successful athletes. And by the end of the book, one of the major points that he had shared, that every single person that he studied had at least 10,000 hours working in their field, working on their mind before they became successful. 10,000 hours. The challenge of what happens in our business when people get started, because the investment is not that high, and they talk to 2 or 3 people, they get a no, and they immediately start to think, oh, this doesn't work. Yes. And they don't understand, as an entrepreneur, in order for us to achieve greatness, in order for us to, which greatness is already here, in order for us to accomplish our dreams and goals, we have to put our work into it. It has to be the number one most important thing in your life. And that was happened to me, because the love of my family made me every single day go after my dreams and show my kids that you can go after your dreams. And network marketing and NHT Global is one of the few industries that can take an average person with humble beginnings and become massively successful, not just with money, but with their families, and what money can do to help you grow. And the money that you will make will be based on how much time you spend on working your mind every single day. So thank God for NHT Global and bringing these great promotions out, and the trip promotions. Right now we're in the Croatia promotion, and there'll be another one that the company will announce here after the Croatia promotion. So the company's constantly creating these promotions to help incentivize people to do more every single day. And I want to take you guys right back to when I got started in NHT. And the first year, you think about it, we just had one product. Company was just open in the US and Canada. 2001 wasn't a really good year to start a company. And I committed myself to talk to at least 3 new people a day. At the end of the year, I spoke to over 900 people in NHT. Many of them told me no. Actually, almost 800 of them told me no. A little over 100 people said yes, and that was the foundation of NHT that you see today. And it's because I was consistent every single day. I got better and better and better every single day. I worked on myself every single day. I still do today. Every morning, I've got the Science of Getting Rich on. I'm listening and reading every book. The Science of Getting Rich book I've read probably 20 times already. And it's amazing. Every time I read it, I understand something more. Even after all these years later, it's because when you grow your mind, your awareness becomes incredible, no matter what your environment is. So I'm going to open up the call for questions. Aisha, I'm going to start with you. Okay, I've unmuted you, Aisha. Do you have any questions? It still shows that your mic is off. Okay, Bridget. Okay, Aisha, you're back on now.
Yes. Hello. Good evening.
Hi, Aisha.
Hello. How are you?
Fantastic. How are you?
Great. I'm fine this way.
Awesome. So do you have any
Yeah.
questions, comments?
I'm grateful for the opportunity. It's a pleasure to be on this ride with my friend Gloria. For now, I don't have much questions. I'm still trying to get the hang of things, but I think Gloria has done a good job so far, putting me through a lot of stuff that I have queries on. So
Great.
for now, I'm good. Thank you.
Aisha, you're in great hands. You know, one of the secrets to success in life, you know, we teach our kids, you know, if you hang out with kids that do drugs, you end up doing drugs. If you hang out with kids that are criminals, you're going to probably be a criminal. And unfortunately, as we
Right,
grow up into as adults, we ignore that advice that we give to our kids because we understand we are a product of our environment. And
right,
and one of the things that I was so impressed with Gloria is she already had the mindset, she had the leadership skills, she had the
right,
vision. So when you surround yourself with people like that, it's amazing how much we grow and who we become is based on the
right.
people we spend the most time with. So I by the way, I love your energy.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. So Bridget, turning on the mic for you, Bridget. You have yourself self-muted. So if you unmute yourself, if you wish to, you have any questions or comments, love to hear from you.
Hello, can you hear me now?
I can, Bridget.
Yeah, hi.
Hi.
Yeah, so my question is this. Um in light of all the things that you have explained to us, the how do we grow the business? I mean leadership wise, based on the volume of our own team. I don't know if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, so Bridget, I'm a real believer, great question, on the foundation. So one of the analogies I've given many times over the years, if you look at if you look at Canada and the United States, and you look
Yeah.
at what we call Latin America, Latin
Yeah.
America is Mexico, all the way down to Argentina. So we're on the same side of the planet. We basically have the same resources. We were founded by the same people,
Yeah.
but the prosperity and abundance in Canada and the U.S. compared to Latin America is so wide, and it's for generations. And there are many places
Yeah.
in Latin America where they don't have running water or electricity. So why the distinct difference in abundance and prosperity? It's not. And I always tell people, you look at the foundation of how the countries were built. The
Mm-hmm.
leaders, the founding leaders that came to Canada and the U.S., they came looking for a home. Whereas in Latin America, they came looking for riches, and they would
Yeah.
kill and do whatever they took to take them the gold and silver and whatever diamonds back to Europe. So based on that foundation, you see generations later the results. So it's real important for us to understand, for us to get results in life, it's all based on the foundation that we set up for our team. So the first one
Yeah.
is what I just shared with you, is the personal development side. You know, you know, there's so much training available on steamteam.ca. Everything that you want to be successful is on there. It's not the knowledge that people seek to become successful. The knowledge is already out there. You can find it. It's on steamteam.ca. The problem is
Okay.
people don't do what they know.
Yeah.
So this is why it's so important with the foundation that we really have an organization of building personal development. when my kids started to read, I was paying them $20 every book they read, and I was giving them the books to read when they were children.
Wow.
Guess what? What happened to them as they moved into as adults? They flourished.
Mm-hmm.
They were well ahead of
Yeah.
everybody at their age group because I fed their mind. So it's real important as an organization. So that's the first step. Second step is we all need to be very clear on what our dreams are. So it's important that everyone that gets started here, they go on Steam Team, download the Getting Started training, download the manual, and follow that manual, and have everyone follow that manual to really, because the secret to life is understanding what you want in life and then falling in love with it.
Yeah.
Okay? And then the third step is action. So because I fell in love with my dream, I went into action. I went out to talk to 900 people for the first year. I had an action plan every day. So, Bridget, let's say, for example, you make a commitment that you're going to talk to one new person a day for the next year. I can guarantee you, the first thing is you're going to be very good at prospecting and communicating with people.
Okay.
Number two, you'll end up getting results, provided you are doing personal development at the same time.
Okay.
Okay? Because
Okay.
not everyone, I really believe that everyone has the desire and that light inside us, but we cannot drag people over the finish line. So if person A doesn't want to do it or is not doing it through their actions, that's why we got to continue finding the ones that want to, that are dissatisfied.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay.
Believe
Okay. Thank you.
it will take care of itself. Once that is done over time, the organization will flourish.
Okay.
Because the people that don't do that in network marketing, Bridget, and building organization will turn out like Latin America. This is why you see in Africa, there's a lot of new, and around the world, a lot of new, what I call like cryptocurrency scams and everything to do with it. You cannot build a long-term business based on money. You're going to turn out like Latin America. You look at Africa and how, the Western Europeans try to colonize Africa. How did that turn out? Not very good, right? You cannot go into a country and colonize it. It's proven it doesn't work.
Yeah.
But why do dictators in markets, why do they want to keep people dumb? Because they know that if they keep people dumb and keep them in fear, they're not going to fight back.
Yeah.
But dictators know if they have access to information to grow their mind, they will overcome dictators, always.
Yeah.
And the fear would subside. So those are the steps that I took and I preach every day to people, okay?
Okay.
Great. So I'm going to get to EG. I hope I pronounced the name right. Eva. EG? Okay, you have yourself unmuted, so let me see if I can go to, how about you, Ella? Can you hear me, Ella? If you're able to unmute yourself, you can do so. Let me go to Julie. Julie, if you have any questions or comments. Okay, Julie, you're still unmuted, and the last person is Patience. Patience, can you hear me? Okay. And so, Gloria, I'll leave you to the last word, Gloria. If you could just unmute yourself.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Hello?
Thank you so much. Hello, someone is saying something. Hello, ladies.
Oh, I was the one.
Okay, please go on. Go on.
Go ahead, Julie. Go ahead.
I was saying like I really don't have any questions. If there is anything, I'll come to you, Gloria.
Okay. What about you?
Okay, that's fine. Okay. Hello, ladies. You can unmute yourselves. Click on your mute button, please.
You have done, yeah.
Okay. Uwa. Oh, are you there? Okay. Eva, are you there?
Yeah, I
Hello?
got her muted. So,
Okay.
okay.
Okay, I guess we're good.
Okay. Well, Gloria, I'll leave you with the last words.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. I just want to thank you again, Mr. Joe.
Hi, Mr. Joe. Hi, Gloria. Hi, everyone.
Hello.
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 Yeah, I'm muted already.
Okay.
Hi.
Hi. Who is that? Is that Pat? Hello, hello, hello. Tell us, what's your name? Who is there? Okay, we lost her. Okay, Mr. Joe, I just want to say thank you so much for everything. This is a lot more clearer now. And all the tips you have also given us, we just can't, we can't thank you enough, honestly. Yes, we would take personal development very seriously. We will go back to team.ca and take in as much as we can take in daily. And by the grace of God, we will get to the greatest heights, the highest heights possible in NHT Global.
Yes.
With your continued support, obviously, we'll get there.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yes. So, ladies, you've heard it all. Let's go out there and let's build. There are no shortcuts, honestly. There are no shortcuts. We need to take our personal development to another level. You see, when Mr. Joe talked about how he spoke to 900 people in a year and just about 100 showed up to do this business with him, I told myself, wow. You see, many times we talk to people and they keep saying no, and then we get discouraged. Honestly, there is no room. We shouldn't give room for discouragement after today. For every 10 people you talk to, expect 9 to say no. And if they say no, walk on and talk to the next sets. Believe you me, we'll find your giants. They are out there. We'll get them. And we'll move on from there. So thank you so much, team. I'm so proud of you guys. You guys are actually the best of the best, honestly. I'm so happy to be doing this with all of you at this time. Thank you so very much.
And team, let's make Nigeria proud. Just one last comment, Gloria. Thanks very much for that. All of you understand that we have this global infrastructure. Yes, we're pioneering Nigeria, but how many Nigerians live outside of Nigeria?
Yeah.
In my city, in Toronto, thousands of Nigerians that were born in Nigeria, all over the world. So one of the great advantages to NHT Global is we have this global infrastructure already set up. So if you have contacts around the world in these markets, you know, work with Gloria. She can connect with Dalibor and I, and we can help support those people and show them the business and get them started right for you. Okay, so that's always keep that in mind.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you so much, sir.
Have a great evening, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. God bless you. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.